Before we get this video started, I just have one question for Blizzard. Why did we give Paladin a Windfury weapon? You guys already know what this deck guide is about, so go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel in order to tell Blizzard that they need to nerf this card some way or another, because I am already sick of what Horn of Windlord is doing for Pure Paladin. And if you guys want the easiest deck to play, go ahead and just copy this deck code, start playing, and you're gonna win games immediately. Because I hate to say it, this is one of the easiest decks to play and win with, because sometimes you can literally play as bad as possible and still win the game. And I'm not saying this because I went up against people actually playing this deck super terribly against me, although that is going to happen when you go up against these kind of decks sometime. But I actually, in my last stream, played this deck as poorly as possible and literally could not lose with it. And this was going on in top 1000 Legend. Every now and again, there are just some games where Windfury Pure Paladin is just going to stomp on any opponent that you happen to go up against, because this deck quite literally has everything. Pure Paladin now has the best early game, board tempo that you can generate now with all these Divine Shield minions and all these board buffs. It has the best ways of being able to remove minions while also increasing the stats of your own minions. It has Lifesteal with freaking Horn of the Windlord, which can either be used as a way of removing taunts or a straight up lethal tool. You have Anachronos as a way of getting rid of any sticky board that is even possible. You have the Countess for scams. You have Light Ray for gigantic mana cheat turns. Like, did I miss anything? This deck has tempo, it has combo, it has healing, it has insane removal tools. Like, there is just so much going on in Paladin right now that it is understandable why Paladin is the #1 class on HS Replay right now by about like 3-4%, because this is just the best deck in the game. And even people at top 100 Legend, pro players that were like, Pure Paladin was good back in the day, but it wasn't top 1000 Legend worthy. It's now top 1000 Legend worthy, even top 100 Legend worthy, and I just saw No Hands Gamer hit Legend on the Asia server with this deck, and I've even seen some people going so far as to think about putting a card like Spotlight in this deck, because there's just so many ways that you can take over the board that is absolutely insane. Granted, I haven't seen anybody actually run this card, but I was talking with a friend of mine the other day who discovered this. I asked him if it was actually in the deck, and he's like, I've been thinking about it, because why not? Pure Paladin just has so many ways of being broken that I just don't even know how else to explain it outside of the fact that this deck really does feel like it has access to everything. So let me go ahead and explain what's going on with this deck and how you can easily hit Legend with, in my opinion, the easiest deck to play right now. The reason why Pure Paladin is so simple is because it just does exactly what Paladin decks are known for. It sticks a minion and then it just doesn't get off the board, and then when you're playing things like weapons and buffs, you're just making one threat that is already kind of impossible to clear for some decks into an unstoppable force. Case in point, there are some games where you'll go up against like a Paladin that plays like a double Sanguine Soldier on turn 1 with coin, and then they will play for Kel'Thuzad in order to remove you off the board to where you maybe can clear one of these minions, but now you've already got a 4-1 minion that you have to worry about. Oh, I'm sorry, a 5-1 minion. It is dealing 5 damage to you. And then going into the next turn, they're going to play a card like Hand of a Doll, then suddenly you have a 7-3 minion with Divine Shield that you can't kill off. And even if they don't play Hand of a Doll, they might hide it behind a card like Boogie Down and then just keep it, just keep it well defended with other 1-drops with Taunt. And then suddenly, Pure Raider will come down, they play Light Rays, and then the Horn of the Windlord comes down, and then the Dragon comes down, and they just smack you in the face. Feast and Famine. Why does this card exist for 1 mana when Rockbiter Weapon, in Shaman? The one thing that really screws me up is how Rockbiter Weapon is just not even, it's not even in Standard. It's in Wild, unfortunately. And it's one thing that kind of drives me crazy is that if you look at the Shaman archetype right now in Standard, they have literally 0 attack buffs. They have a Windfury weapon, and I even think that Doomhammer is available in Standard as well, but there are no attack buffs. There are 0 attack buffs. And the thing that drives me crazy is that Paladin was already playing Feast and Famine and 4 Kel'Thuzad before this weapon was even introduced into the game. And now they can literally already run these cards in deck, and you can even find more healing, or I'm sorry, you can find more attack buffs with the Muckborn Servant. There is just way too much synergy in this deck to where I believe Pure Paladin needs some sort of attention. And I think one of the best ways that we can nerf it, outside of just nerfing the weapon, is honestly nerfing the Countess. And I recommended this in my top 10, top 5 deck list video the other day. One thing I suggest is that we make the legendary minions off of the invitation just straight up cost 1 mana. There are some people that are saying, you know, just make it, you know, generate a random legendary for 0, but I think the Discover is the only thing that keeps this card good. If you get rid of the Discover, then, you know, you get like a Volish randomly, and it's like, well, this card is garbage now, I wasted my mana. So I'm not upset about the Discover, but the 0 mana aspect really makes things insane. Case in point, I had an opponent discover Rockmaster Voon. Yeah, Rockmaster Voon for 0 mana, and then he had 2 other tribe cards that he found, ended up making copies of those, and then just threw all of those minions onto the field. There's way too much high roll potential with this card. What happens if you hit Lady Setheno? You can hit King Crutch, you can hit Drekthir. There are so many insane things that Invitations can do at 0 mana that I believe if Blizzard wants to bring back Pure Paladin and Power a little bit, this is the way to do it, at least one of the possible nerfs. But something else needs to happen to this weapon right here. It's like, you either need to nerf the cards that give attack and Paladin, or you need to give Shaman more ways of utilizing this card, because it really makes me upset when dual class cards are obscenely powerful in one class and then absolutely worthless in the other. Now granted, there might be some future cards coming in like the next couple of sets where Shaman is getting some attack buffs, and this will be a lot better in Shaman. But for the time being, Paladins are quite literally OTKing people. And that is just not okay when this is already the best tempo deck in the game. The fact that it can set off this insane combo for little to no setup is honestly just a little bit ridiculous in my eyes. And I realize that I spent most of this video complaining about Pure Paladin, but that's just the kind of content that you're going to get over here, over at twitch.tv/ClarkHellScream, because I keep losing to this deck, and I'm really, really sick of it, and it's not even one of those things to where, like, it's a hard deck to beat. It just naturally is going to prey on a lot of these slower decks that sometimes, if you can't deal with a Divine Shield minion, you're just straight up gonna lose. So, even though I may be complaining this entire video, you can actually use this against me and actually win on ladder with Pure Paladin and get the easiest legend of your life. So even though I spent like 10 minutes complaining about this deck, at least I got you legend, right? But if you like me complaining for 5 minutes straight, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. Go ahead and get the easiest legend that you'll ever get in your life, and we'll see you for the next video. So, get rid of the Feast and Famine, probably keep Hand of a Doll because I immediately buff it up. Now we got an actual game of Pure Paladin happening. Because I have a 1. Gonna just start winning games here. Yeah, cut corn on 3, easy. Oh man, against Priest, I feel like this is actually not a bad matchup anymore. If it even was a bad matchup to begin with. And that's something I don't understand, dude. That is something I don't understand. Why did we give Doomhammer to Paladin? Why did we give Doomhammer to Paladin when they actually have cards that can increase their hero better than Paladin? Or better than Shaman? They literally have a gain 1... I'm sorry, a gain 3 for 1 mana. Like, they have Rockbiter with lifesteal. They literally have Rockbiter with lifesteal. The only thing that sucks about this weapon is the fact that it's 6 mana, and that's not even that bad. Just straight up just gave this to freaking Paladin. And Shaman doesn't use this card. At all. Give me some buffs. Katori? Sure.
Too spicy.
Can Muckborn into this, play some more cards, play this, have something to go with this maybe. It'll be satisfying when I deal like 15 damage with this card, but I'm not gonna condone this tech. What I am doing right now is I am abusing other Hearthstone players. Alright, I am quite literally using them for content. What'll wet your whistle? Not Paladin. Not this Paladin in particular. Okay, now this actually seems a little bit better.
The light dims.
Boom, baby. I'll go ahead and trade the 1. Make it a little bit harder to get rid of these minions. Play Muckborn Servant, hopefully find a damage card, buff up my hero, and then we get the Windfury brewing. Then the thing that really sucks about this kind of card, and this might be an interesting topic to talk about later, but it's like, what happens when a dual class card is like busted OP in one class and completely unplayable in the other, you know? I really hope that Shaman can maybe use this weapon later on. But, yeah, the fact that this is, like, unplayable in Shaman is kind of concerning. Oh my god, let's go. Literally what I was telling you guys about. Let me get more HP buff. Divine Shield.
Not on my watch.
Too spicy.
Alright. Now we got weapon plus that. That happened before. With what? Oh, right! The giant from Priest Warlock. That's true. That's just it. That's true. Flesh Giant. It's just so good, man. Why wouldn't you play it? Give me more damage. Damage for hero equal OP right now. Yeah, this card needs to be 2 mana, right? Like, just to line up with Rockbiter, and even then, it's still already better than Rockbiter, because it can possibly give you lifesteal.
Yes, right away.
Oh god, hiccups. Was almost exclusively played by druids. No, Lightning Bloom, like it's a good example. But Lightning Bloom saw play in Overload Shaman with like Frog and whatnot. Can we just make this card at least 2 mana if we're not gonna nerf this weapon? Because this is degenerate. That is just degenerate. This is degenerate, dude. This is so degenerate. It wasn't even a competition. It wasn't even a competition, dude. If you want the best deck in the game, I think Pure Paladin might actually be the best deck in the game, and I'm sad to confirm that. If they literally weren't given this freaking Windfury weapon, I think that Pure Paladin would feel like a fair class. Or would feel like a fair deck, but with this new weapon, it just went overboard, dude. Because now Disco Maul and the other weapon are just, they're so insane. They're just so insane. Exactly, 2 busted weapons for 1 class. You know what I say? I say give Disco Maul to Shaman. That's right, I said it. It would be really good in Totem Shaman, but, I mean, we really need another Shaman deck. Big Shaman was a failure. Control Shaman, forget about it, it's dead. There's no mid-range Shaman anymore. Rag Shaman doesn't work. Overload Shaman doesn't work. Murloc Shaman doesn't even work anymore. It's literally just Totems or bust. Give Disco Maul to DK. Nah, man, give Disco Maul to Shaman and then, you know, give it to the Windfury class.
Hail and well met.
Is this guy intentionally roping me? Is it for my deck choice? Bro, I'm already, I agree with you. He did full mulligan and maybe he just gave up because his cards are that bad. Okay, nope.
What will wet your whistle?
Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. +2/+2. I'll go ahead and wait. There's just no reason to throw it out. Pure nerfs. Is this the deck? No, this isn't it. I don't know why, but it didn't save the deck that I'm playing right now. No. Oh wait, this is actually it. Okay, I found it. This is the deck. So I'm gonna deny his value since I'm chilling. I'm chilling right now. All I have to do is just make the plays that are worse for my opponent, not necessarily the plays that are the best for me. So next turn I can maybe play the other audio bot. I have a Horn ready to go. Maybe it's just still Blessing of Kings. Give him a 3/3 because I really don't care about him having an extra 3/3. But 2 3/3s, that's too much. Elite Disco Maul? I mean, maybe. Okay, yeah, for some reason it's not working. Give me a second. Clipboard contain. Wait, what?
Close enough. Reach for the skies.
There be the deck code. Just There you go.
Will be purged.
This is just so degenerate, dude. This is just obscenely degenerate because now I win with the Windfury weapon without any buffs. Yeah, this game is just over, dude. Paladin always has the good cards, like Blizzard's favorite son. Bro, I would argue that Rogue has like the most powerful cards. Rogue has had some of the most powerful cards printed in like the past year, and they've had to nerf it. Paladin gets really good cards, and for some reason it doesn't get nerfed, and I never understood that. Okay, well now I have to do this, right? 7, put him at 10, do this. Even if he freezes my minion, it's not gonna matter now. The Paladin decks see a lot of play at the lower ranks because for some reason, Paladin just gets... It connects with people, you know? It's always decent, yes, it's always decent when Paladin was trying to find its identity. I mean, dude, Paladin... Okay, I think the last time that Paladin was bad was when the pure cards were first introduced. And, like, case in point, like, before they buffed the Countess, Paladin was in a really rough spot. But now it's just so good. I literally can't remember when that was, though. And this deck literally plays itself, though. It's literally the easiest deck to climb with, in my opinion. Paladins kept getting random Murloc and Dragon packages. Yeah. Same thing with, like, Totem Shaman. If you don't play the totems, like, fast enough, then you just get destroyed. The other thing I don't like about Tribe decks is how linear they can be, but Dragon decks are an exception to that rule. Dragons always find a way in some pretty interesting builds. Oh boy, okay, hold on. Whoa, wait, whoa. If this is it's gotta be a slow warrior, oh my god. Oh, it's Menagerie. Okay, hold on a second. Playing this out on 2, play this, it gets Divine Shield Rush, yeah. And if, honestly, and if it lives, is there ever a reason to hand him a doll? We might just hand it here, dude.
To perfection.
Especially now that we know he has weapon. Actually, no, it's just this.
Our story, tragic. Our redemption, divine.
So he's got Tuning Fork, right? Okay, yeah. Top deck 1-drop and it's just over. Okay, we didn't find 1-drop, but we can maybe find something out of this. Order in the Court? Later, like, when we play that later, it's gonna be nutty. Alright, so he needs a Verse Riff, and even then, I can still play Hero Power into Hand of a Doll for a guaranteed Katori minion. If the minion survives, I can double Hand of a Doll. Oh my god, that's 4 card draw. Okay, Thori Balor. Damn.
Reporting for duty. Will be
There might have been an argument to play Hand of a Doll for the card draw, but I've got Order in the Court, dude. I've got Order in the Court in order to get, like, consistent card draw anyway.
Need our care. Now more than ever.
Wait, Rancher? Wait, Rancher? Rancher me, dude. Oh my god. What is going on here? Menagerie Warrior looks a little bit different.
My client has the heart of a Kyrian.
Come on, topic a 1-drop. Okay, that's a 1-drop, but not the 1-drop. Funny game, though. I guess I could just do this, knock this out, go face. This is my big problem with Pure Paladin, dude. Like, a lot of these turns were just... There was no playing around. Like, these decisions were so simple. These decisions were just super simple, dude. And now if I end up top decking the other Feast or Famine, or if I top deck Weapon, it's just... Oh, wait, it's actually just over because that happened. And I've got Hand of a Doll, so... Oh, wait, hold on. Double armor. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Am I gonna have to play defensively here? Never, right? Never. And there's the horn.
The light dims, but we fight.
Give that minion a turn to get better.
If I need to play Leviathan or Countess, or honestly, I'm probably just gonna play the Dragon if he's got a board that I don't want to deal with. Play Dragon, play Horn of Winter. Dude, Pure Paladin is just so simple. Okay, no weapon. No weapon. Even if weapon gets found, it's fine. But I just want to win the game sooner rather than later. Okay. Okay. The Cagehead OTK just killed me. It's pretty funny, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Like, even when it happens against you, you're like, you know what? I'm not even mad. Not even mad. That's cool. That's really nice. Good for you. I'm rooting for you next time. Okay. So what? Did he get a big minion? Yeah, exactly. You weren't that mad. I'd be mad. I'd be mad if I was Warrior right now. I'll tell you that much. I'd be super peeved if I was Warrior. See, this is what happens when I play Pure Paladin. I win the game. I don't feel anything. I literally don't feel any sense of joy doing this. And I don't know if that's because the deck is so easy that I know exactly what to do, and it's just like... I don't know, dude. Like, I would only play this deck if I was desperate to win.